Hello and welcome everyone to the official UGA game week. It's time. I'm your host, Paul Maharry, joined alongside, as always, Ben Bachmann of UGASports.com. Guys, this is the UGASports.com call-in show. Our phone number's there for you to call in, 706-363-3773. And you heard me right, folks. It's game week. It's time. We've talked about this game. We've talked about this matchup. We're going to talk about it some more. I know you're probably sick of hearing about it. Georgia versus Clemson. It's happening. The game is finally upon us. Saturday in Charlotte, less than a week away, we will have a victor. A long time coming, Ben. We've talked about this game, man, seems like for forever. But there's a good reason.
The season's been over.
Yeah, there's a good reason. Georgia versus Clemson. This thing's going to be crazy. Ben, first off, how was your week, sir?
It was good, Paul. How was yours?
It was good, man. It was good. I, sat back, did some research with the help of Dave McMahon. Got some really good stats here. Yeah, I got some key stats about different games happening in the week one.
Any trivia?
He will.
I guess it could be Georgia Clemson trivia tonight.
Yeah, he's definitely going to throw us some trivia for sure. But I went and I talked to Dave. I said, Dave, look, I need something for the people about who played the first week one, and were there any bigger matchups ever in the last 10 years than this one right here? Ben, do you think there was? So Clemson comes in at number 3, Ben. Clemson comes in at number 3, and obviously UGA comes in at number 5. Is there a bigger matchup in the last 10 years than this one here?
I'm going to go no, but if there was one, it would be, I think it was 4 years ago. It was either Jimbo's last year or second last year at Florida State when they played Bama opening up. That would have to be the closest, I would think. They were both ranked pretty high.
So you're saying no, though?
I'm saying no, but
okay,
if there was one,
but you are.
They would be
you're
second.
halfway right. You're halfway right. The last time there was a game of this magnitude at all, opening up week one, was in 2017. Bama was number 1. FSU was number 3. Bama won 24-7. The loser of that game, though, Florida State, lost 6 of their first 9 games, and then they went to finish 7-6, 3-5 in the ACC. Another game of this magnitude, guys. Back in 2016, Florida State was 4, Ole Miss was 11. DeAndre Francois threw for 419 yards. They won the game 45-34. And there was a Cook brother. Dalvin Cook had 91 yards rushing in that game. So, guys, if you're in the chat, go ahead and let us know where you're watching us from. And we want to get a ton of calls in tonight. We want to hear your score predictions, guys. We're going to give ours as well. The line is open. Ben, I've got a lot of notes over here. And
oh boy,
basically,
not prepared.
Yeah, and basically what the notes say is this is the second highest ranked game in the last 10 years to start off week one. And it's being played at a neutral site. We've broke this game down, Ben. The line is at 3. Clemson, -3. Over-unders, 51.5. Ben, can you give me your score prediction? Go ahead and give it to me. Break it down to me as much as you can. Give it to me. I'm putting you on the spot. Give me that score prediction, and let's just go from there while we've got these folks trickling in. We'll get their score predictions as well, but let's see what we've got.
I'm going 31, so I'm betting the over.
Oh, so you're already 51.5. You're already on the over. Okay, so 31.
I was gonna go under. Like, as the week's going on, I've gotten less confident, but something's telling me just because it's a more offensive game with the rules. I mean, I've seen Georgia and Clemson get targetings. Just like there's gonna be plays like that in the game. They're gonna create another scoring drive or two that shouldn't have happened. So that's why I'm gonna go the over, even though I think it's gonna be close in terms of that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna go I'm gonna go with Georgia, 31-27.
31-27. You're going Georgia, huh?
So close. I really believe this game could go either way, and it's going to be close. I know your score prediction is going to be close also. And the reason I say that is because these teams match up really well with each other, but I still believe that Todd Monken and the weapons he has when it comes to facing Clemson, there's a lot more mismatches. And I think that's what's going to win out. I just remember watching the Alabama game when I know Georgia lost that game. But that first half, I mean, even when Stetson Bennett threw interceptions, I mean, he had guys open. I mean, Todd Monken scheming guys open. And I think he has he's had a full offseason with JT finally 100% with his knee. I think JT is going to be way better than the last 4 games last year because he has confidence in his knee. I think that's something that people don't really talk about much. Like, he wasn't even confident in his own leg a lot. Now he has it. He wasn't 100%. You know, he came off ACL, which is an odd one to come back from. So I think that JT is going to ball out. I think the mismatches, Arian Smith, his speed, nobody has his speed on the field, and that's going to be trouble for Clemson safeties. I still believe in Brock Bowers. Your guy, Brock Bowers. John Fitzpatrick, I expect him to play. I think those guys are going to be trouble for their linebackers. I don't think their linebackers. I agree with you from, I believe, 2 weeks ago. They're good. They can't cover, though. That's their biggest issue. They're not great in coverage by the numbers. They just, that's not their strong suit. So I think Todd Monken's going to find the matchups where I just don't see it for Clemson enough, where I just think Georgia's just barely going to pull it out.
You got 31-27, huh? UGA over Clemson. We've got.
And if I were to say one last quick thing, also, I think Georgia's a better run game, so I think that also might be why I give them a slight edge. Also,
how many passing yards is JT Daniels having in this game, Ben?
330.
Wow.
How much are you going for?
I'm writing all these down. And then I'll
we need to hear you, Paul. Come on.
So. All right, so we have Johnny Ballgame over here said 31-27 Dogs. He said you're copying your boy Athens Dog 88 on that. Takari Hull Georgia says Clemson 21, Georgia 27. So he's got the under on that, but he's got Georgia winning as well.
I almost went with that.
Yeah,
I almost did.
You know, so what's weird to me is I've looked back. Like I said, me and old Dave McStats, Dave McMahon, good friend of the show, great friend of the show. We've gone back and forth on these week 1 games, right? So we've got somebody calling, actually. So let's see if they've got a question for us here. Hey, you're on the line with Ben and Paul here at UGASports.com.
He's got the under on that, but he's got Georgia winning as well.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, are you there?
Hey, John Miles, Scufftown Dog. What's going on, buddy?
John Miles, how's it going, man? Doing all right tonight?
Doing good, man.
Good.
I just want to give Scufftown Dogs score prediction.
Yeah, we'd love to hear it. What you got?
Well, I see us winning by 14 to 17 points. I think JT's going to have a great game.
Wow.
I think our offensive line, we're going to be able to keep that line at bay. They'll probably get a few sacks, but his experience and his time to win, I believe the team is focused. I really like that, where they spend those sessions together getting to know each other.
Right.
And I'm ready. Let's go.
For John Miles, 14 to 17. You got to get how much is Clemson scoring? No, I'm saying you're saying Georgia's up 14 or 17 points, right? So what's the final score in that?
I'd say like 41 to 21, 41 to 24, maybe.
Wow,
they're not
opening up strong.
Well, they're not going to score that much on us, I don't think. I think we'll stop their running game. I mean, they were 11th in the ACC last year, and they had ET back there.
Right.
And thought the major concern is going to be Justin Ross, which he's back. I'm thankful he can play, but I looked over his stats for all the games he's played in.
Right.
He's had some great games, but on the average about, say, 4 or 5 catches. He'll be the biggest problem we have. But we're ready to go.
Man, John Miles, where you say you said Scuffletown? Where's that?
I'm Scuffletown Dog.
Oh, Scuffletown Dog over on the Vent.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
I'm on UGA Rivals. You guys do a great job. I appreciate everything, and let's go, Dog, and y'all bring us some more good information, okay?
Absolutely, John. Well, you
Yes,
keep
sir.
posting over there on the event, man, and keep being the legend that you are.
Hey, God bless. Y'all have a great evening. Thank you.
Alrighty.
Bye-bye.
See ya. We got another caller, Ben. I'm going to try to pick it up here. Hey, thanks for calling into the UGA Sports Hotline. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with?
Athens Dog 88.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Cancel the show. Cancel the show.
The man, the myth, the legend, the man that got Choppy a job. Roddy.
Not J.A. Not J.A., man.
I've helped groom him for the past 4 years. MS Dog and myself, very proud of him. I'll say this. I think Georgia finds a way to win 31-27. It's funny. I posted that on the Dog Ben a minute ago, and Ben just said the same thing. I was watching. I think Clemson gets a late touchdown. I think Georgia's winning 31-20. I think losing Trevor Lawrence is a big drop-off. I don't care who their quarterback is. It's a big drop-off. I think, like MS Dog, who's in close contact with coaches, have said, if the O-line pass protection, if they communicate and can work as a unit, and if we don't have huge breakdowns in the secondary, I think we'll win. And I think we'll be up by double digits and hold on and win a close game. It's a great rivalry. I'm 42. I love it. The first game I ever went to was Georgia-Clemson 1984, and so grew up in the heat of it. I look forward to it. I appreciate y'all, and y'all do a great job.
Man, I don't even know what Ben. You take.
This guy claimed to be my biological father for a few years on the message board. I think people believed it.
I mean, you take this one away, Ben. I think he's still on the line. You still there?
Yeah. I didn't know if y'all were still there.
No, we're still here. Ben, go ahead, man. Go ahead, Ben. Take this one away.
No, I was just saying I agree with him just because I don't think Clemson. I mean, this is my honest opinion. I don't think they're that special outside of their defensive line. And I mean, DJ's a good quarterback. I mean, he's going to be a pretty good quarterback, but I just don't think that they're special anywhere. I think
they're going to have problems with our edge rushers as well. I think up front, Davis, Jordan Davis, is going to eat two or three players every play, and I
can agree with that.
That our outside guys are going to hassle their quarterback and really help our secondary out.
John, you're in the know. John, are you worried about this secondary at Georgia?
I mean, you have to be. They're unknown, and I think they got to get out there and get reps together as a unit. And talent-wise, no, I'm not. I think there's a lot of talent out there. I think they have to get out there. There was a time in my life, a long time ago, I played safety, and you have to communicate. The safety's got to be able to communicate with the cornerbacks. And as long as they're all on the same page, you'll see different coverage, I believe. We're not going to press them. I think we're going to play off. We don't have Tyson Campbells and guys like that. I think Ringo's very talented, but I think we're going to give our cornerbacks help over the top and play back, especially in game one. If our guys communicate and don't you're not going to see, hopefully, a play like Alabama when Tyson Campbell fell down and there was no one behind.
Oh, goodness.
Touchdown.
Yeah, that was bad.
But I don't think we're going to press. I think Dean's going to be all over the field. I think our D-line's going to do great. Clemson's a very good team, but I think Georgia finds a way to win.
Last question for you, Athens Dog. I want to know what side of the field you fall on this one. Me and Ben have been going back and forth on this. Are you on the Brock Bowers train?
Oh yeah. I mean, because I can't tell you everything I've heard in different reasons why. But our coaches, I do know this. They were shocked, and I know Roddy, he's a good friend of mine. He's posted this. They were shocked this guy was not a 5-star. And as far as, I don't know what he brings to, like, Washington he's a loss because he can block like crazy. And guys don't want to hear that, but he destroys people. He eats the football when it's in the air. You know, he goes and gets it, but he destroys people in the run blocking. I think Fitz will come in and do fine blocking at tight end, and I think Bowers, I don't know where they're going to play him. He might play on the line, might play off the line, but I hear his route running and going to get the football. I hear he's outstanding, and the coaches, again, were shocked he wasn't a 5-star. The last time I heard anything hype about an offensive guy like that was Noshawn Moreno back in 2007.
So I don't know.
I don't know.
But
I might be eating my words after that game, John. But
I don't understand your hate for him.
It's not
Like,
hate.
what
It's
is
not
it?
hate.
Is it-
It's not hate. It's not hate. I just want to see it. There's been so many guys that have come to Athens.
But you're on the AD Mitchell train. How's that make sense? How's it make sense, Paul?
I don't know. I can't make it make
All right,
sense.
all right.
I can't.
So I got you stumped.
Okay, fair enough. Hey, we got another caller, John. We'll talk to you later,
All right,
my
guys.
man. See ya.
Y'all take care. God bless. Appreciate
brother.
you. Go Dogs.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you're on live with Ben and Paul here on the UGA Sports Call-In Show. Who do you have the pleasure of speaking with?
hey, this is Nat. I've just got a very quick question tonight, and I'll
Nat,
hang up
what's up?
and listen to you guys. Do we know if Eric Gilbert is currently enrolled and attending classes,
Yeah.
which would have a big abode one way or the other on whether he's even a possibility down the road this season? And I hope you guys have a great pregame week and go Dogs. Thanks.
Hey, Nat? What's the score prediction, Nat? You can't just get away like that.
Oh, this is wishful thinking more than expert analysis. But how about 38-21?
38-21 Dogs.
Yes, and that's very much as wishful thinking, but we
right.
can only hope, right?
Yeah, we'll get
Thanks.
We'll get your question here in just a second, Nat. We got another caller.
Thanks.
Yes, sir. Hey, you're on with Ben and Paul here on the UGA Sports Call-In Show. Who you have the pleasure of speaking with?
It's Gerald.
Gerald, what's up, man?
I think Dogs win like 27-24.
27-24 for old Gerald out of Lafayette.
And I'm on the Bowers train and Mitchell's too.
I mean, it's at this point, I've just got to hold firm, Gerald. I really do. And
I'm getting you a Bowers jersey, Paul.
It's
If he
not.
goes off, I'm getting you a jersey.
It's
So
not
at least
even
you can
that,
Be
man.
happy about something.
It's
with
not
him doing
even.
good.
It's not even that, man. I want him to be good. It's just one of those things where I didn't jump on the train at the beginning when the hype train started, Gerald and Ben, and that's what happened. I got left behind a little bit, and now I'm standing firm right here, saying, "Show me what you got, Bowers." That's all I'm saying.
I'm on Mitchell's train too. So
I hopped on Mitchell's train early. I think I'm like one of the, what do they call them when you
The bandwagon?
Yeah. I'm the ringleader of the AD Mitchell bandwagon, if you will. I just missed the Bowers one, Gerald, was what happened, and to be honest, I'm a little salty about it. So I'm going to stay where I'm at.
some people think I might be crazy, but I can see them lining Bowers up as a receiver.
You're kind of right, Gerald. And
Yeah.
Todd Monken mentioned that in the one time that we got to talk to him. Excuse me, when they were talking about Gilbert, and they mentioned Gilbert, and he said, "Well, Gilbert kind of reminds me of Bowers," which I thought was weird. I thought it would have been the other way around, seeing how Gilbert's the upperclassman. But he said, "Yeah, Gilbert reminds me of Bowers. You can line him up on the line, or you can line him up out wide," and that kind of got me right there. That was different, right?
Well, what about the other guy? He was a tight end, but he's gonna go to Florida. I can't never remember his name.
Talking about Brent
Seether or something like that.
Brent Seether.
Is that it?
Yeah, Brent and then Rylan Goad. They've both kind of been passed up on the depth chart by Bowers, from what it sounds like.
Seether was like a big receiver too. You ask me, but
Yeah, could have been.
But and don't forget about McConkey.
Oh, watch out for McConkey, the man from up near Gerald.
He's athletic.
He's athletic.
He is. I mean, he can run.
No, he is.
We're outrunning his speed. He's got. That's why. I've heard some people really hype up Ladd. I don't think he's going to start, and I've heard people say that. I don't believe he's going to be a starter, but he's definitely going to contribute in some fashion.
Right. Hey, Gerald, we got another caller calling in, man.
Okay,
Talk to
y'all
us next
have a
week.
Good weekend. Go Dogs.
All right, brother.
All right, bye.
Hey, you're on with Ben and Paul here on the UGA Sports Hotline. Who we had the pleasure of speaking with? Hello, are you there? Looks like we missed him there, Ben. My bad. But, Ben, I haven't even been able to give out my prediction yet.
Yeah, how about you go through that real quick?
Oh, man. Do I have to? Do I have to do it right now? I mean, we've got
feeling of what you're about to say.
We've got a lot of Ben. We have a lot of calls coming in. And there's no reason to stop this train for me.
No. You're just trying to avoid it.
There's no reason to stop this train.
Bowers goes for 300 receiving yards, 5 touchdowns for the win.
Dude, and Takari took my question. I didn't ask Gerald what was for dinner tonight, and that's on me. I will definitely ask that again. All right, we're gonna answer this anonymous caller. Please call in with your phone numbers, guys. It's weird. Thanks for calling into the UGA Sports Hotline. This is Ben and Paul, who we have the pleasure of speaking with. Hello? This is Ben and Paul.
Hey, this is Yo Dog.
Yo Dog?
Yo Dog.
Like yo-yo?
Exactly.
Okay, fair enough, Yo Dog.
Well, yeah, and that's exactly how I feel. I'm going up and down on this thing, but I'm afraid I'm channeling Larry Munson here.
Oh, okay. What's I know what that means, Yo Dog.
I am. I'm in kind of a dark place right now.
The pessimism is sinking in, Yo Dog. Is that what you're saying?
It is. It is, and it just, the whole injury thing has been getting me down.
Yeah, I could see it. I haven't given my prediction yet for a reason, Yo Dog. I haven't given mine yet for a reason.
Paul actually doesn't know.
That's why I called in to try and get it in before you, just so that you wouldn't be the first one to go down that ugly path.
Yeah, Yo. What you got, first off, Yo Dog?
28-27, bad guys.
First one for Clemson. I'm putting it in all caps here so we can review this, Yo Dog, next week. First one for Clemson. Why 28-27 bad guys? Give me it.
Well, you know what? I was like I said, up and down, and just like Gerald, I was thinking 27-24.
Right.
Is what he said. And
that's what he said. Yep.
Where I was for a minute, and then I just went. The yo-yo went down.
Oh no.
Yes, and I was just thinking. I have been to 3 or 4. I can't remember for sure. Georgia Clemson games. Including watching Kevin Butler hit the 61-yarder, and it just seemed like the ball was in the air for 5 minutes. Watching that ball go. I was there, I think, at Clemson. It was like 30-0, I think it was.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine wanted to commit Harry Carey. He's a Clemson grad, and I was trying to help him do so. And and he pulled out a Glock and told me to. Yeah, pulled out a Glock and told me if I said one more word, I was gonna get capped. So I shut it right there. So I've been to several of these games, and Georgia has won every single one, and I'm not going to this one. So I'm afraid that it's going to go the other way.
Well, Yo Dog, I'm really glad that you're still with us. Sounds like a traumatic experience, and
I think he picked him probably because he was held at gunpoint. I mean, otherwise, he could get shot if he picks Georgia.
Yeah.
That could be. I'm staying away from him right now.
Yo, just stay on the up and up, Yo Dog. I hope you're all right, big dog.
All right. Thank you, guys. You have a great show. I enjoy it.
Yeah, man. See ya.
All right. Bye-bye.
Philip Wells, you might 100% be correct on that, by the way, in the chat, but I don't know. I think Yo Dog's having some fun. I think Yo Dog is having some fun tonight, Ben. When he's talking, I don't know where that came from. That was so out of left field. That's what makes this show, though, guys. To be quite honest with you, I'm gonna be honest. I mean,
if that's true, coming. Just just saying, hey, man, we're winning, and you're getting held against.
I didn't think that was coming. We got another caller, Ben. Hey, guys, you're on the line with Paul and Ben here on the UGASports.com call-in show. Who do you have the pleasure of speaking with?
Yeah, this is Yo Dog's grandson. I was just calling to say he has Tourette's. He doesn't know what he's saying, so don't take anything seriously. Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, what's your prediction? I don't know.
I gotta go take a shit, man.
Okay, have a good one. Oh, man, this is getting wild tonight, man. This is getting wild. All right, so we got one for Clemson, 28-27.
And how about this? We're going to be done with callers until you make your prediction. You got to make it up right now. You can't just hide.
We've got another caller.
You can't hide. You're one of the hosts of the show. You got to go.
I know. We've got another caller calling in, though. Hold on.
Oh.
Hey, you're on with Ben and Paul. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with tonight?
Hey, how you doing? This is Amos.
Amos. How do you spell it? A-M-O-S?
Yes, A-M-O-S. So like the exact same way you spell it in the Bible.
Okay, good deal. Where are you calling us from, Amos?
I'm calling from Snellville.
Snellville, right down the road from me. I'm up here in Flowery Branch, my man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all
not
right,
too
man.
far.
All right. Go Dogs. First of all, I want to start off with that.
Okay.
I am a lot more confident than the last guy. I'm going to say somewhere, it'll be tight in the first half, but I'm going to say Georgia pulls away because of their defense. It'll be something around maybe 42-24 or something like that.
42-24 for Amos.
Yeah, Georgia is going to put up some points, a lot of points this year, okay?
Okay.
But I'm not really concerned about the Clemson game. My main focus is I really believe for us to get to the playoffs, we got to take care of business. We have to run the table, okay?
Right.
Because I don't trust the committee, all right?
I agree.
These other ADs and these other conferences, they're forming this alliance, and I just don't see two SEC teams getting in. Now, if it's Alabama, I feel they could slide in because of the Saban factor, but I don't think Georgia will get that same benefit of the doubt. So I don't want a situation where, like in 2017 or 2019, where we beat Notre Dame and slip up somewhere else. We have to run the table.
Yeah.
I do not trust the committee. I really feel we could beat Clemson, go to Atlanta, lose in overtime to Bama, and still
and not
get
make
screwed
it
over.
And not make the Final Four.
Yes, sir. I really don't trust that committee. I really don't.
And there's good reason. Every year it seems like somebody gets left out, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It seems like it. What's your prediction for passing yards for JT Daniels? Old Ben's got 330 passing yards for JT Daniels. You with him on that or what?
I'm with them. I say somewhere between 325, 350. This is you're going to see our offense go to a level in 2021 that you haven't seen since the Aaron Murray days.
Yeah,
Amos, I'm so glad you called, but you took one of my main talking points away from me right there. I literally have it. It's right here. Damn it, Amos. Darn it. That's a great point because I think you're exactly right. I think that this is going to be the best quarterback play Georgia's had since Aaron Murray. Amos hit it on the head right there.
Exactly. And there's really no weakness. The offensive line, I hear some fans, they're kind of concerned about the offensive line, but the offensive line is going to gel as the season goes on. But everywhere else, there is no weakness. Our receiver core is the deepest I've ever seen it in my lifetime. Our running back is solid. We are loaded on offense, and our defense, as long as we can stay healthy, we're untouchable this year. So this is we're going to make a statement Saturday night, but I really feel the fans. I'm telling you, we have to run the table. We have to run the table. I just don't see us beating Clemson, getting to Atlanta, losing the SEC championship game. And if you have a one-loss Oregon that had lost a close game to Ohio State, standing there along with Georgia at, let's say, at number 5 or 6, they're going to give it to Oregon. I'm telling you, I just don't trust that committee.
I could see it. Amos. I could see it. We got another caller, Amos. We appreciate you so much. Give us a call back next Saturday after the game. We'll talk about your score prediction here. I've got it written down, 42-24 for Georgia.
Okay, I most definitely will, guys. You guys have a great evening.
You as well, sir. Dogs. All right, take it easy.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Ben, the calls keep coming in. I can't stop the calls, Ben, to give my prediction. That would be unfair. That would be unfair.
How about last call before your prediction? Then we open up the calls again. You gotta stop running away.
All right. So just to recap, we do have another call. I will go with mine, and then we'll go back to the calls. Ben, you're at 31-27 Georgia. Scuffletown Dog was 41-21. Athens Dog 88 was 31-27 as well. Nat 38-21. Gerald from Lafayette 27-24. Yo Dog 28-27 Clemson, and Amos 42-24. Ben, 35.
Oh.
35-31. 35-31. 35 Georgia. 31 Clemson.
Oh, you're going with me, basically. Oh, and you're the one hyping this up. I don't know, and you go with me. That was really the suspense.
No. I think it's either going to be 35-31, or I think it's going to be really low under. If you go back and look kind of historically at these, and you're not just thinking like, oh, yes, both these offenses are really good. Both these defenses are too, Ben, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
I know I'm going 35-31. That is well above the over-under, right? And if you're smart, you kind of stick around where Vegas is, which is 51.5. GATA 404 Dog says this game will not be a blowout either way. Take the under. Then he says 31-27 Dogs, which would be actually the over GATA. Yeah, because it's 51 and a hook there for the over-under. But no, I've got 35-31. Martin Arenado says 38-35 Georgia for him. I think, like you kind of mentioned in the beginning, Ben, when I put you on the spot and I took yours first, I'm writing down Ben right here and then Paul right here, so we have these for next week. But no, I put you on the spot. You're right, though. I think this is going to be a really big offensive game. This game starts at 7:30 at night. I'm predicting the call-in show is going to start at like midnight, Ben, to be honest with you, because it's going to be, you're going to have so many commercials for one, and then it's going to be all passing. So you're not really going to have the clock running that often. When you do, it's going to be on Georgia's side of the ball. I just don't really trust Clemson's running backs to do much. That's just me. 35-31, though, I do think it's going to be kind of a barn burner. But if you go back to recent games, 2017, like I said, Bama versus FSU was 24-7. That was 1v3. 2016, that game was crazy. FSU versus Ole Miss, 45-34. Last time Georgia played against Clemson, Ben, back in 2014.
The Gurley game, right?
Yeah, 12th ranked UGA versus 16th ranked Clemson. Georgia won 45-21. Deshaun Watson played in that game. Cole Stout started and played the rest of that game. If I remember correctly, Deshaun Watson came in. He had like one drive there that he drove the field, scored a touchdown, and Dabo never put him back in the game. At least not that game. Georgia was able to squeak that one out. The game before that, Georgia-Clemson. Georgia was 5. Clemson was 8 back in 2013, week 1. That was in Clemson. Taj Boyd was Clemson's quarterback, had 3 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns. So, but had a couple other games here, Ben, in the last 10 years, just with 2 top 10 teams in the first week. Number 2 Alabama versus number 8 Michigan, 41-14. That was A.J. McCarron. He kind of dominated that game. In 2011, number 4 LSU beat number 3 Oregon in Texas. Both those games were in Texas, actually, in Jerry's World. That game was 40-27. Jared Lee was the quarterback for LSU. So, That's where I'm at, 35-31. 330 pass yards for JT Daniels from Ben. I'm going right at 310 pass yards for JT. I know you had some bold predictions you wanted to get to, Ben.
Yeah, how about we each give a bold prediction on just the Georgia season? This isn't really a homer pick. I think a lot of people know. I'm obviously a big Maryland guy also, but I'm going Georgia. This is my bold prediction. Beats Florida by at least 21 points, which is the biggest since Mullen's been there. I think the biggest is 19. I think it was 36-17. I'll go 2 points higher. I guess it's bold because I think Florida, when you look at them this year, one, their practice reports, their O-line has apparently looked terrible. Their quarterback play, Emory Jones, has not looked good. Their weapons are definitely going to be way worse than they were last year. You just don't replace Kyle Pitts. You never replace a guy like that. Kadarius Toney was a first-round pick. You don't replace a guy like that. Trevin Grimes is their number 2 receiver and their number 3 target gone. So I look and say Georgia's, as long as they're healthy, way better there, way better at quarterback, way better at O-line. So they're better all at offense. And at defense, we saw with Florida. Florida was a bottom 5 rushing attack and defense in the SEC last year. Georgia's better at every position group. And I think a healthy Georgia team with obviously a quarterback like JT Daniels this year, they'll win by at least 3 touchdowns. That's my bold prediction.
I don't even know where to write that. You're just going to have to keep that in your head, Ben.
I am.
Okay, thank you.
We might have to place a bet on that one.
My bold prediction, if I have to put out a bold prediction, which I will since Ben said I had to, even though the topic for tonight is Ben's bold predictions, I will put out one. I will say that if Georgia beats Clemson, they're running the table. I think that they are favored in every game moving forward. Even the SEC championship game, I think they run the table. If the Georgia beats Clemson, it's an undefeated year for the Dogs. When it comes to playoff time, anything can happen, but during the regular season and SEC championship game, I think Georgia runs the table. This game matters a ton, guys. We've harped on it for a long time. There's good reason because this game can, yes, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things conference-wise, right? But it matters a whole hell of a lot in recruiting. It matters in your final rankings, like Amos was saying, to where you lose this game, but then you can't have much. There's not much room for error, to be honest with you. And so that's kind of where I'm at. Martin Arenado says, although all the injuries are concerning, Georgia is still better in most areas. The only area you can make a case they are better at is D-line. Georgia's deep running back room and their shaky O-line will make the difference. So, we've got another caller here, Ben. Oh, they just missed him. My bad. Give us a call back. Apologize.
I guess we're going to have to get Dave's prediction before he goes to trivia tonight.
No, yeah, we are going to. Andre Bauer says, I'm sorry, guys, but my prediction is 35-31 Clemson. So I went 35-31 Dogs. He went 35-31 Clemson. We've been there and done that. It comes down to coaching, folks. Developing that 5-star talent is key. We've been to 6 playoffs for a reason. Oh, he's a Tiger fan. He's a Tiger fan, I think. Well, we accept everybody over here, Andre, and if that is the case, that's fine. No biggie. The sheriff says also, how do you see the O-line projection to be? Right now, I think you've got Salyer.
Yep.
Schaefer. Van Pran.
I think Von Pran, yeah.
Von Pran.
Tate,
Ratledge,
McClendon.
and McClendon is how I see it. Lloyd Dog says Dogs by 17. Lloyd Dog coming in strong. Here's the phone call, Ben. Let's get it.
17. Whew.
I think I might have missed it again. No, there we go. Hey, you're on the line with Ben and Paul. How can we help you out tonight in your score prediction? And your name, please.
Yeah, this is Nat again. Sorry, just didn't say hello to Stats too, but also just the answer on Gilbert before you close this up tonight. That's all. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we got you. My bad. Right. Oh, yeah, he was talking about Gilbert. From everything that I know, Gilbert is in classes. So.
Yeah, Gilbert, I think that's really to be determined. He's still at Georgia. He's still enrolled. He's not transferring. But that's more of a personal thing that's a fluid situation that really it's not football related. So we'll just leave that at that.
Yeah, sorry, didn't mean to miss your question there, Nat, but from everything I understand, he's still in Athens, still enrolled. So
yeah,
We've got this one caller that's called in quite a few times. Let's get him in here.
Who knows? It could be.
Hey, you're on the show with Ben and Paul. Who we got the pleasure of speaking with?
Hi guys, it's Gerald.
Gerald, what's going on? Is this the other Gerald? Gerald number 2?
Yeah, Gerald number 2. Y'all can call me G. Just call me G.
Just call you.
Got 2 Geralds.
Okay. Well, I need it. Okay, Gerald. I'm just gonna put Gerald, and then put G in quotation marks. So we got it. So it's a little longer name on the. It looks better on the YouTube, Gerald. G, what's up, man?
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'm just calling about my. I want to call in and tell y'all my prediction.
Get you on record, huh?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I got him right here. I got him right here. Yeah, what you got?
I'm not gonna lie to y'all guys, man. This game scares me, man.
Yeah.
This game scares me. Yeah. Yeah, this game scares me because Georgia plays good games very close. I've never seen Georgia play like a good game and win and blow. You know what I'm saying? Blow somebody out.
Right.
You know, like as far as a top 10 team, it's always close. The Notre Dame games is always close. The Alabama games is always close. And it's either they're gonna win or lose. You know, so I'm gonna give my prediction. I'm gonna go with Georgia 24-17.
Ooh, Gerald, I kind of like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I do. That's well below the under. So you're at 41. Over under is 51 to hook. But I kind of like that. 24-17.
I do too.
Yeah.
I was going to get 24-21 was my other prediction.
I mean,
I don't see Georgia giving up a lot of points to Clemson.
Yeah, I don't. But then again,
I just don't see that.
But then again, really, if we're talking about Clemson's D line, G is a force to be reckoned with.
Both of them, strengths of each defense.
That's pretty much all they got.
Yeah,
Sure.
Well, I like their linebackers a little bit. Ben hates them, but I like their linebackers a little bit.
No, they just can't cover. Like, what are you supposed to do when you have linebackers that can't cover?
The thing about that is that I think what Georgia's going to do, they're going to go back and they're going to study that Ohio State Clemson game, and they're going to give it like a really good look.
Yep.
And something tells me they have like connections where they can get in touch with like a certain quarterback to ask his point of view. You know what I'm saying? What he saw during that game.
Oh.
I'll just say, but I really do think that Georgia's going to study that game. They're going to study the Notre Dame game, and that kind of gives them the advantage about, you know what I'm saying, how to defeat Clemson. Because the thing about Clemson is, like I was talking about what I was talking about last week.
Yeah.
Losing Trevor Lawrence, ETM, Justin Ross might be. I don't know if he's going to play or not. If he does play, I don't know if he's going to be 100%. I think that's going to be a big factor. The offensive line, they say, is worse than Georgia's. You know, they don't even know who's going to play center.
It is.
You know, so that's a big factor. They try to choose between 3 people. So I'm like, yeah. So I think that's going to give Georgia the advantage. If you look at Georgia defense, it's full of 5 and 4 starters, mostly 5 starters. That's crazy. Nobody's really talking about that. I'm talking about not Jordan Davis, but if you look around Jordan Davis, you know, Quay Walker.
Yeah.
I can't think of the names off the top of my head right now, but this defense is full of freaking 5 stars all over the place.
Yeah, I mean,
even the quarterbacks are 4 stars. You know, they don't have that much experience, but these guys are talented. And something tells me, I think there's gonna be like, I'm gonna say 2 interceptions in this game by Georgia.
Ooh, I'm putting this in parentheses here.
All right, wait, who's getting those picks? Is it gonna be Ringo? You going with Ringo?
I'm going with Kendrick because he knows that offense so well. I'm going with Kendrick, and I want to say Amir Speed.
Okay.
Maybe. No, I scratched that. That's Speed.
You going Scene?
Lewis.
Yeah.
Lewis.
Going
Scene.
Scene.
There you go.
Yeah.
Those 2, Kendrick and Scene. Those are my predictions.
If I'm telling you right now, G, if DK gets an interception against Clemson, the half that is wearing red is going to be insane in Charlotte. It's going to be crazy if he gets an interception against his old team. So
I was checking out his highlight film, and this dude is a shutdown corner.
Oh, yeah.
This guy is a man-to-man. This guy, if he doesn't get interceptions, he's definitely going to have like at least 2 deflections. I said at least 2 deflections.
I can see it.
Because the thing about Kendrick, this is the reason why Georgia's going to win. Like, they're going to keep Clemson under 20. Kendrick alone is going to shut down 1/2 of the field. So that means they can pretty much put their top 2 quarterbacks on the other side of in a safety on the other side. That means that side's going to be pretty much shut down too. Because Kendrick's going to lock down wherever side he's going to be at.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to pretty much throw away from Kendrick because they know how good he is. If anybody knows Kendrick better than George, it's going to be Clemson. And they're definitely not going to throw. They're definitely going to have. They're not going to have like DJ throwing his way a lot. He's still going to get like his targets that way, but he's not going to throw in Kendrick's area a lot. Trust me, he's not.
I can see that.
He's going to pay. If he does, he's going to pay for it. He's going to pay for it. But that's my prediction, guys. So yeah.
Hey, Big G, we'll talk to you next Saturday, man. We'll see where you're at.
Hey, no problem. I'll be here. Go Dogs.
All right, man. Take it easy, brother.
So y'all too.
Yes, sir. John Quick says, we're going to be drinking plenty of Dr. Pepper that night and eating lots of Zaxby's. I think they're both like big sponsors for the game, right? Obviously.
Well, I was going to also say on his Darian Kendrick point just real quick.
That's pretty funny, John. Go ahead.
I was going to say Kendrick's really good in pass defense, like definitely in coverage. The weakness with Kendrick is his run support, but I will say this. I think that's a big reason why I went to Georgia is because the one thing about Kirby Smart, and I think I told you this one of the first shows we did, with his defensive backs, he values tackling and run support with like Eric Stokes and Tyson Campbell. Those guys can play the run as corners. That's something Kirby's going to really harp on him about and develop into him. So I think he went to the perfect coach in terms of helping out his weakness.
Let's see here. Barry Anderson says, who is starting opposite Kendrick? Do we know yet, Ringo or Speed?
I'll go Ringo.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't.
I'll go Ringo by this much.
Yeah, I don't know, and I don't think we'll know until probably game time. John Quick says, yeah,
might split it.
John Quick says, Barry, we won't know till game time. Curry's keeping that one close to the vest. He is.
He'll probably split them, though.
Yeah, but I think there's a reason. I think there's a reason that he's keeping that one close. I don't know why, but he is. They obviously know DK's the other corner. They know the safety situation. The one, thing that I guess Clemson can't game plan against is because Ringo and Speed are very different corners, right? Their size difference, their speed difference. Maybe that's the one thing Kirby's trying to hold close to his vest on the defensive side of the ball. Also, too, I want to see kind of the linebacker rotation. Who comes in after Adam Anderson, Nolan Smith on the outside? Do we see any of Smell Munden in the middle of the field? Channing Tindall, Quay Walker, who gets the second, middle linebacker?
Sherman?
Yeah, there's a lot of things, a lot of moving parts, I guess, in this game that we just don't know yet. I'm texting Dave to let him know we're ready for him.
Oh yeah, but before you get to that, I was also going to get to this because I know this is before the season. I was going to say a quick recruiting bold prediction I was going to have.
Oh,
you can throw one in if you want or not.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. I put Ben's bold predictions for a reason. I need more than one.
So I was going to say, I know there was a post and an interview you can check out on our YouTube with Jaheim Singletary, and Jed May has a great story on him. He went out and saw him at his game on Friday. So go and check that out if you subscribe to UGASports.com, or if you didn't subscribe to UGASports.com. I think Jaheim Singletary, as of now, ends up in Georgia's class, and I'll go bold and say that he ends up at Georgia, just from everything I've heard and just where the momentum is at this moment. I'm not one to put in future casts unless it's closer to a decision. I just don't want to be one of those guys who flips my pick like 50 times. I don't want to be that guy. So I think he ends up in the class, obviously with Kamari Wilson. And then I think there's a real chance they flip one of the two DBs between Julian Humphrey and Deion Bowie. So I think Georgia's going to sign its best DB class ever. And that's one of my – oh, there you go. You're already writing some stuff down. So I'm going to go with that. And then I'm also going to go, if there's a surprise recruit to be in this class, Ernest Greens. There's obviously some rumblings about him and his interest in Georgia. I think he would be the sleeper to end up in this class because of a lot of family ties. His dad played at Savannah State. His dad's entire family's from Georgia, big Dog fans. So I think Ernest Green, I think people need to watch that one more. So I think maybe he ends up in this class. I'm actually going to go out on a limb and say he ends up at Georgia as well.
Good Lord.
Those are my bold predictions there.
Hold on. I can't even write this fast. Hold on. Sign Ernest Green. And then you said
Jaheim.
Yeah, I got Jaheim, Kamari Wilson. And then you said flip either
Humphrey or Bowie.
Bowie.
I'll go bold.
Or Humphrey. And then you said best, I'm putting this in all caps, best DB class ever.
That Georgia's ever signed. Not just ever. I don't know about
UGA.
That. Yeah, there you go. I would go out on a limb and say Trenton Blaine would agree with me on that one with the DB.
As you can see, got it right here. Ben's bold predictions. Can you see it? Yep.
Oh, taping it up. All right.
All right, Ben. It's on the wall. It's on the wall, Ben. It's done.
Went bold.
I'm going to have to look at that every day when I'm working in here, just so you know. I'm keeping it for you. Keeping it for you. We've got a caller calling in, Ben. Let's get it.
Yeah, 2 callers on here?
No, I just got 1 caller here.
Oh, no, we did have 2 callers. I think I accidentally hung up on one of them. Dave, what's going on?
First of all, Ben, good predictions. I mean, for a dog fan, that's pretty exciting news. Now I gotta do some extra research to find out what was our best defensive back recruiting class. So that's
I've got to look at this. I've got to look at this note on my wall for. I'm gonna have to move it somewhere. I don't want to look at it.
This is a part of the reason I went with that because, to my knowledge, Dave, if Singletary and Wilson are both in the top 50, I would think with them and Starks, I know Killebrew is close. They could have 3 or 4 top 100 players right there at DB, and I don't know if they've ever signed more than 2.
That's a very good point. I'm gonna have to look that up. That's some good stuff. One thing I did look up, one of the players that people have been talking about in this with this big Clemson game coming up. I do not know how to pronounce it. Maybe Paul could help out because I know he loves pronouncing DJ's last name. DJ.
Uiagalelei.
Uiagalelei, right?
Uiagalelei.
One of the first things that good announcers do is go talk to the sports information directors and go basically player by player and for pronunciations. And I'm sure the announcers that are calling this game will be doing that.
Oh, yeah.
So, there'll be plenty of stuff for that. But I was looking at his numbers. Obviously, last year he did have pretty darn good numbers. I mean, it was 78 for 117, threw for 67%. That's not bad. And everyone remembers that Notre Dame game. So, but take away that Notre Dame game, he only threw 2 pass attempts against a ranked team, which I think is telling on this story. And also, he's only thrown take away that Notre Dame game, he only threw 4 passes away from home. So I mean, I know it's not a true away game or true home game for him, but it's going to have to feel it's going to our stadium is always going to be against them,
right?
So I mean, he's not played in situations like this that often. Yes, Notre Dame was that, and he did play pretty darn well against Notre Dame. But besides that, really not that much. And what's weird about I was looking at JT's numbers. JT only played 1 game at Sanford Stadium last year. Which is weird. Like Georgia fans really only got to see him at home, like just that one time, that first game. So I think that's kind of. So yeah, you get 2 away games and a neutral site game. So that's pretty good. He did also. JT obviously played that against the ranked team against Cincinnati, and then when he was at USC, he played Notre Dame and he also played Texas for pretty big games, and he had over 300 yards passing for those 2 games. But I think this game is going to come I think it's going to be a big game on the ground, and Georgia, I think, has a lot more running backs than Clemson as of right now. And that comes to what my trivia question that I'm going to ask both you, Paul and Ben. So the last 2 times that Georgia and Clemson faced each other was 2013 and 2014. Todd Gurley had 5 rushing touchdowns, and he also had a kickoff return touchdown in those 2 games. So once again, 5 rushing touchdowns he had. Can you name the other 5 Bulldogs that had a rushing touchdown in those 2013/14 games? 5 other Bulldogs had a rushing touchdown in those 2 games combined.
Chubb
is one of them.
Keith Marshall.
Keith Marshall is another.
Brandon Douglas.
Brandon Douglas is not right.
Sony
is not right.
Elijah Holyfield.
Holyfield is not right.
No, he wasn't even on the team.
I don't know, man. I'm just going. So we got Chubb, Keith Marshall.
Wait, so how many backs were there?
There's 5 other backs besides Todd Gurley that had a rushing touchdown in the 2013/14 Georgia versus Clemson games for the Dogs. Barry Anderson says Sony, and that is not correct.
And these are running backs?
No, I said 5 other players that have scored rushing touchdowns.
It's Quavon Hicks?
Quavon Hicks is correct.
Boom, let's go.
Him and his crazy face mask.
Dude, that face mask was disgusting. One of the best face masks of all time.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
that's right. That's right.
Oh,
okay, so that's 3 of the 5.
3 of the 5. There's still 2 more.
2 more Bulldogs scored rushing
I feel
touchdowns.
like one's got to be a receiver.
One's got to be QB, right? One's got to be Aaron Murray.
Aaron Murray is 4. One more.
Oh.
I don't think there was another running back, right?
No. The last one had to be, I don't know why I'm thinking this, Tavares King, but that's not right.
Who was the backup quarterback? Because they were blowing the team out. Oh, wait, when did Aaron Murray leave? Because were there 2 quarterbacks in that game over those 2 years?
Murray's last year was 2013, right?
Who replaced him? Hudson Mason.
Yeah, Hudson Mason.
Hudson Mason is the 5th player. So,
Dang it, we got it.
The other 5 Dogs, so Mason, Chubb, Marshall, Hicks, and Murray, besides Todd Gurley, who dominates. Todd Gurley is Mr. Game 1. I mean, he's also Mr. Game 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. But
right.
Like season openers, he dominated like no other Bulldog I've ever seen ever. And I think maybe that's a good idea for an article this week, is how Bulldogs have done in season openers, like little star potential wise. So
I really liked how I pulled out the Quavon Hicks there. You thought you were going to stump me with the Hicks. I know you did, Dave, and boom, pulled it out.
Yeah, you guys eventually do get the answers. And sometimes it's a little tough, but you all pull through at the end.
Sometimes it takes some time. Dave, what's your score prediction?
Yeah, I hate doing predictions because it's tough, because I mean, you know what, it's also really tough. Like, people always talk about players like David Pollock doing predictions, or Aaron Murray doing predictions on TV, and then they, if they don't pick Georgia, they go, oh, what kind of fans they are, what kind of person they are. But then when Herbstreit goes again, always picks Ohio State, people go, oh, he's a homer, this and that. So it's kind of unfair sometimes when people do that sort of stuff. But I guess enough filibustering for me, I guess. I'll go with the 31-20, 31-30. Just make it that crazy. That that it's nail biting. I mean, I'll probably yank all the hair off the top of my head by the time this game is over.
31-30, Dave. You got Georgia?
Yeah, why not? Go Dogs.
Oh, boy. There we go. I got it.
There you go.
All right, guys.
31-30. All right.
Dave, as always, man, we appreciate you. Hopefully you'll be able to call in after the game on Saturday. We'll talk to you then.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be up past 1 a.m. probably that day.
There we go. Fair enough. All right, man.
Dave, you have a good one, man.
Bye.
See ya. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up the show for us tonight. Hopefully you guys had fun. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 8 score predictions from you guys, along with Ben's prediction and mine as well. Talk to you Saturday.
Well, you got to do the send-off. Come on, Paul.
We'll talk to you Saturday next week, guys. And as always, have a great week.
Oh,